and welcome to the Hombre Cave. I'm going to have to ask you guys to hold on just a second. I got to get my glasses. I just cleaned them and I forgot to bring them in, so hold on a second. All right. Yeah, running kind of crazy today. I had a meeting I was just at that I had to get back to here to get this thing started. So I'm a little discombobulated, but I'll get settled in here. So, what did you guys think of the YouTube video? And I've gotten some really interesting comments from people that think they know what they're talking about, but don't. So we're going to have some fun explaining some things today. But first, let's check in with our subscribers and see what's going on. Whew. Okay, settling down here. Gonna have some tequila here in a minute, so I'll be fine. Let's see. But it's not just Hombre, the video. Everyone's waiting for this, really? Thank you for taking care of all of us tequila. It's what I'm here for, right? Frankish says, good evening, good evening, Frankish. Glad you can make it. Bienvenido. Welcome. See, I'm all discombobulated. Hola, everyone. Looking forward to a great show. I'm looking forward to a great show, too. Jan, welcome. Glad you can make it. Brian, hola from Dayton and mi amigos. Hey, hola from Dayton. Hopefully your weather's getting a little better there. Going to be a good one tonight. I think it's going to be a good one. I think we're going to have fun, and I think some people are going to get educated a little bit. Okay, so hi, everyone. Hi, Chris. Well, bienvenido, welcome. Hope everything's good. Boston got a ton of stuff, huh? You guys are just getting. Are you anywhere near? I just saw that Worcester was getting just doused with snow. So hopefully you're okay and not 6 feet under snow already from the storm there that's hitting Massachusetts. Hola, JCS Guitar. Bienvenido, welcome. Glad you can make it. Saying hello to all my amigos, all my friends. You guys can hear me okay, right? Do I need to turn it up a little bit? Let me see if I can turn the gain up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this should be a little bit better. All right, where was I here? Hola, hombre. Hola, Scott. Bienvenido. Welcome. Glad you can make the show tonight. See all my friends. Just got out of work. Now it's time to chill out with tequila and a little smoke. Nice. Tequila Ocho Añejo tonight. Nice. Finally ordered my first few bottles of tequila to add to my 75 plus bottles of mezcal. Nice. Well, welcome to the tequila world. I have a lot of mezcal as well, so I do enjoy a good mezcal. Quicksilver says, Ola from Philly. Can't wait for the evening's tequilas. I can't wait either. It's going to be fun. Chris Barley says, in the city, we ain't getting crap at rain. Everyone around the city is getting slammed. That's what I saw. I have a friend in Worcester, and I just saw on the news here, they said, well, Worcester just got hammered with snow. So I need to message him and see if he's okay and if he's hunkered down and got, wood or stuff to burn to keep himself warm. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these aging projects. The reason why I went with this video today is because I get a lot of people that are asking me for budget stuff now because they're like, all the añejos and all this stuff are so expensive. They're so expensive. And I'm like, yeah, they are very expensive now. And it's because there's been a shortage. And in order for it to replenish, it's going to take a couple years. G4 told me they're not going to have any extra añejo until 2024. So you won't see any extra añejo from them until 2024. You may see some añejo this year. But Fortaleza, I mean, if you're lucky, if you see any añejo from them, I mean, it's been really crazy on the aged spirits because of COVID. And COVID really hurt badly here. So I was just thinking about that and saying, these tequilas that we're aging here into añejos and extra añejos and reposados, they're some of the best aged spirits I've had, and they're cheap. They're cheap. It's just buying a Blanco and a stave. I mean, it's $12.99 for the stave. You order a bunch, you get free shipping on them. you can't beat it. You really can't. So I said, I'm going to do this and feature these ones that I did. Cause right now, these are the Anejos that I'm drinking. Yeah, sure. I got the, a luchador añejo in from a luchador. But we're going to wait until, that's available for you guys to buy before I review it. Cause that just makes sense. I mean, they want, they want to make sure that people, you know, can get excited about it and don't get upset because it's not available yet. So, do you think that the prices will ease up? No, I don't. I think the prices are only going to keep getting higher and higher because the distributors are making good bank on stuff now and they don't want to give up on it. So we won't see any decreases. You're not going to see things ease up. You may see them slow down a little bit and not go up as dramatically, but only if people don't, you know, all of a sudden when they start, añejos start showing up in stores, start running out and buying it all up and stuff, which with doing this, with these aging staves and stuff, why would you do that? Make your own. Just buy the Blancos. You won't need to spend so much money on añejos and stuff. And it's not like they're doing anything different at the distilleries than you're doing at home. And that's what I want explained. Some people are like, oh, how can you, here, this is, I got to use my voice thing, right? So here,
how can you call that an añejo when all you're doing is sticking a stick of wood in there?
And I was like, and then one guy, this comment was,
how can you call it añejo when all you're sticking a stick of wood in there? And everyone knows that añejo means year.
Which it's like, no. Añejo means aged. Año is year. Thank you very much. So there's all kinds of comments like that. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of people don't understand. Añejo, the word añejo means aged, okay? Reposado means rested. Extra añejo means extra aged. That's all it means, aged. And in order to age a tequila, it needs to be exposed to wood. It needs to be in a barrel. Now, the CRT sets their regulations where it has to be in a certain size barrel and stuff. And so what we did is we took the aging staves and figured out the ratio of tequila to surface area and figured out how fast this ages a 75 milliliter bottle compared to how a barrel would age with tequila in it. Since this is a greater range of wood to agave spirit ratio at a 750 milliliter bottle, it ages faster. So you look at about 3 months for every week that this sits in the bottle is the calculations we came up to. So when this sits in the bottle for 1 week, it's equivalent to 3 months of sitting in a regulation tequila barrel. Because this will turn your tequila a lot darker and a lot stronger in flavor and than a barrel will in a certain amount of time. So this is equal to about 3 months. So you drop one of these in, and every week it's 3 months. So if you age it for 4 weeks, that's a year. That's an añejo. You age it for 3 weeks, that's 9 months, and that's an añejo. So you can figure out your where you're at based on that. Okay, so then 10 weeks, which is what I did the Fortaleza, means it's 30. 10 weeks is 30 months, right? So that's 30 months is just short of 3 years. So I just called it extra añejo because it tastes like one, but it's really close to being an extra añejo, but it certainly tastes like an extra añejo would. So I'm going to call it an extra añejo. It doesn't matter because I don't need to get the CRT to certify it, so I can call it whatever I want, and it tastes like an extra añejo. So I'm going to call it an extra añejo. I'm not selling it. I'm drinking it, and I want to call it extra añejo because if anybody else drank it blind, they'd say it's an extra añejo. So there we go. Any other extra añejo you drink will be close to it as far as color and flavor goes. So we're going to call it an extra añejo. And if people are upset about that, they're just going to have to deal. That's the way I say it. All right. So what do we say? I'm currently home aging Carrera and Ocho Blancos with French oaks soaked in bourbon, 3 weeks and so far. Nice. So that's about 9 months. You're into reposado, and if you look at it and taste it, it probably is more in line with the reposados that you've had. Do you really think you can replicate a Diablito Rojo? Yes, I do. I think I could. Yeah, absolutely. I'm aging my G4 Blanco for 4 weeks. I might let the Fortaleza Blanco go for 8 or more weeks. Nice. Have you pulled it out yet? Has it been 4 weeks? Have you done any tasting on it yet? I'd love to hear how it's coming along. Just make sure, when you pour it out to taste a little bit of it, you swirl it around, get some air into it, because it's going to be a little strong on the wood at first until things kind of settle down and marry in, just like when you pull it out of a barrel. When the distilleries pull the tequila out of a barrel, they sit it in a plastic or glass tank, and they have it sit there for a while and just kind of chill out, because it's aging in wood is a very invasive process for the tequila. So they want to let it settle down and kind of chill out a little bit and meld together and mellow out before they actually will bottle it and send it out. And still, even when it's then in the bottle, it's still young, and so people like to let their tequilas and stuff open up when they get their tequilas. So so we're going to jump on some of these things, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the ones I did. I'll try to see if I could taste through all of them. Some of them are high proof, so I don't want to get too inebriated. I still need to eat dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so and I think doing this on an empty stomach could be quite entertaining for people. But the first one I want to pop open though is the Carrera, the CTP 045 Blanco, which I love this Blanco. It's the best Blanco on the market. I don't care what anybody says. There is nothing out there that tastes as good and as close to liquid cooked agave than this Carrera CTP 045. And no, I don't work for Carrera. They don't send me money every time I say Carrera. They don't have a bank transfer going on all the time. I just like it, and so I tell people about it. So the Saturday will be 4 weeks. I tasted it once so far. I had a string oak vanilla taste to it. A string? I figured once I pulled the stave, I'd give it 2 more weeks to settle down. Oh, okay. A strong oaky vanilla. Okay. Yeah, you gotta let it settle down. And then when you put it in the glass to taste this stuff, you want to swirl it around a little bit. Sipping on your G4 aging project Añejo. Nice. Okay, so what do you think? It tastes like a really good Añejo for you, and you're happy with the way it worked out, and one of the best Añejos you ever had, or what? I'd love to hear what you think about your project. And we're going to do more. I've got some more projects I want to do. I want to play around with some things, especially, I'm going to try to redo the Diablito, but I've got a Cabernet Sauvignon that I'm aging because we're crushing the grapes and stuff. We have a batch going, and I've got some French oak in it. So I'm going to do a Cabernet Sauvignon with French oak staves, and then I'm just going to take those staves out, keep them wet, and put them right into a bottle of tequila after I start the tequila with regular French oak. So that should be an interesting Diablito Rojo clone. All right, so this is American oak that was seasoned with sherry. It was a Pedro Jimenez sherry from Spain. They used Pedro Jimenez grapes, and this was actually from Spain. Strong. Okay, strong vanilla. Yeah, strong vanilla. Notice that when I let my aged El Tesoro sit in the bottle for several weeks, that it was not over oaked like I thought. Okay, yeah, they open up a little bit, so you just got to let it go and meld down and settle down. You don't want to drink it right away. You're very happy. You started another one. Oh, nice, good. Yeah, I've got these 4, 5. I got like 7 aging projects here that I've been working on. The G4 Madeira one that I did before I drank it all. So I started I did these other 2 ones with the experimental wood, and this one. I'm sipping my Cascawin Tahona Blanco after 4 weeks of BB staving. It really nice, especially since Cascawin doesn't make Tahona Reposat anymore. Yes, they don't make them anymore, and the ones that they made were weak because they used extremely used barrels. The barrels were like 30 years old and had been used like for 30 years to do tequila. So there wasn't a whole lot in them, and so you get just a little bit of wood and stuff from them. They're used so much, but this allows you to add more if you want, and if you just want something like what they did, I'd basically put it in for like a week and a half and that would be equivalent to like one of their 30-year-old barrels that they have there at the at Cascaween. Because they had a wild turkey, and they were going to do a barrel for us of the wild turkey to own a repo for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, but they got all messed up and stuff on it. But that they told me that wild turkey barrel was 30 years old. It had been used for tequila, probably about 20 years of it. And so I was like, wow, there's like probably nothing left of the wild turkey in there. So you're just getting some really old wood. Yay. Would you? Yes, I'd only age Blanco. Yeah, I don't want to age somebody else's work already, because you don't know what kind of wood they used. And if they used bourbon barrel that was a cheap barrel, it's not going to be very good. Everyone thinks, oh, Añejo, it probably is going to be really good. But a lot of times, they just use barrels they pick out from the reject lot and stuff, and they'll load them up and load them with tequila and then say, hey, it's an Añejo, and everyone's like, oh, it's an Añejo, it's good, but it's not necessarily. Not like these. These will blow anything that you get from the distilleries out of the water. Seriously, they will. If I gave some of these to Carlos Camarena and said, now drop these in one of your bottles and try, he'd probably come out and go, wow, that was some really good Añejo that we created with these. And, he made me think about using new barrels instead of, but since Jim Beam does the El Tesoro, he uses the Jim Beam barrels, which he gets them in a little better shape than what most places would get them for. So this is the Carrera with American oak stave in it and sherry. This was aged for 4 weeks. This was aged for 4 weeks. So this is 12 months. This is a year. Oh, it smells so good. It's American oak, but it's got sherry. It was soaked in sherry for 24 hours. And it just, on the nose, it's just got that beautiful cooked agave. And then, you definitely pick it up the sherry, so it has a nice grapiness to it. And then vanilla, caramel. It smells beautiful. It's like, I'm like, oh wow, this is better than anything that I've ever smelled from any producer. That, yeah, there's some really good ones out there, but this is just, seriously, the nose on this is ridiculous. It smells so good. I'm trying to figure out, it's like cherry. I'm getting definitely like vanilla and caramel, like a cream soda note. It's even got like a peach kind of fruit flavor coming from it as well. It just smells beautiful. It smells really, really, really good. And look at the legs on this now that it's the wood, all the oils from the wood and stuff. Look at the tears and stuff on that. Look at that. And this had a beautiful viscosity to it anyways, but the oils from the wood and stuff will add more silkiness to it and viscosity to it. So it'll make it, even the legs stick even more. So look at that. It looks amazing. And then looking at it in the glass, it's kind of like a deep copper. So it's definitely like an Añejo color on it. Looks beautiful. All right. So the flavors on this. Wow. Oh my God. So I'm getting cooked agave up front, of course, because this is the low CTB 045 Carrera. But then I'm getting this. Wow, that's so good. I'm getting this really nice sherry grapiness that's coming through. And then almost like a prune-esque kind of color coming through, kind of flavor coming through as well. And then you get this beautiful vanilla and then caramel, and it's got this nice brininess on the finish, because this was a little briny anyways, a little saltiness. So it's like a salted caramel on your tongue that just coats your tongue beautifully. Yeah, this is a treat. This is really a treat. I excuse my French, but seriously, I could drink the out of this. I really could. With the cigar and stuff in the backyard, I could literally drink the out of this. if I and it's 40%, so I can actually do some serious damage to this bottle tonight with a cigar, sitting down just drinking it. If I wasn't drinking like 4 other tequilas as well, so. This is really good. At first, when I first tasted it, when I finished it, the oak was a lot more present up front. That's dissipated now that it's kind of sat in the bottle for extra 4 weeks. But this is beautiful. This is really good. I may give out samples tonight of these for people. So if you comment and stuff, I may just say, hey, I'm going to send a sample of all these to maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe, for tuning in. I may do that, but you have to be a subscriber. You have to be subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I'm not sending you anything. But I may just give them away. I may. I don't know. I'll decide as things goes along on whether. What is it? You want to try to age a Madeira Blanc, but it kills me since it's well. You should try it aged. Seriously, I've finished 2 bottles of it so far. As a matter of fact, G4 Felipe's doing a Madeira Reposado this year. But you know, he uses those Dickel barrels, and they're really used Dickel barrels and stuff. I think it produces a lot of great flavor from it, without the Dickel Flintstone vitamin notes that you get from that whiskey. But if you wanted to, you could buy a Dickel 25 year and put a little bit in a bag and season the stave if you wanted to make it similar. But you're going to get a lot more flavor from the wood than you would from the barrels that he uses, because they're all used up in the Dickel. And that's why everything's so light colored on the G4 stuff. So would you try 123 Organic Blanco to replicate Diablito Rojo with the French oak? Number 3, then soaked in Cabernet. No, I wouldn't do the 123 Diablito, because it's a different area. 123 comes out of a different distillery. That's out of the Amititan, and the Diablito Rojo is from. No, is it from? No, it is from 123. Yeah, no, I could probably do the 123. No, but he uses a different agave and stuff. So I probably would go. I don't know. I'd probably do the El Luchador 110 proof to make it. Because he uses, for Diablito, he uses a different agave, and it's a better quality agave and so it's a different Blanco base. It doesn't just take the 123 Organic Blanco and age that to the Diablito. He actually uses older agave. He uses like 10-year-old agave for that. And he creates a different Blancos. It's a whole different flavor profile. And then 123, the 1, 2, and 3 are all aged in American oak wood, where the Diablito is French oak. And so it's French oak base, and then a Cabernet Sauvignon wine barrel, which is, I believe, also French oak. So, yeah, they're going to do a Madeira this year. Yes, you'll get a Madeira this year, and he's going to do a Madeira Repo as well. So there'll be another batch, but it's not going to be as strong with the wood notes and stuff as the first batch was, but there'll be a second Madeira coming. I was just talking to G4 a couple of weeks ago, and they were giving me the rundown of everything, and they're actually going to be having some other aged stuff coming out, but no extra Añejo or Añejo. It's probably going to be more Repo stuff. And Felipe's playing with some new barrels as well, so we may get some. And I talked to Felipe, and maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do a special barrel, just buy one of the experimental barrels that Felipe's been playing with for the collective, and have that as an exclusive. So samples will be fun. Okay, well, guys, I'll see. I'll think about it. I may give out some samples. The way you're so descriptive with your drink makes me want to run to the store and get one. Got me a peach. Yeah, the peach fruit notes in there. It's kind of an interesting mix, but it's really good. This is really good. I love. It's definitely on the sweeter side because of the how long it's aged and stuff. It's got the vanilla and the caramel notes to it. but there's no additives added to it other than the wood and the sherry that the wood was soaked in. But it really produced an interesting flavor profile. And I'm sure if I let this sit in the glass and just let it aerate a little bit, that it would change, because these change when you have them in your glass and you're sipping them. It'll actually change a little bit while you're doing it. So, what is it? Okay, you've convinced me to get a case of the Carrera Blanco to start. Yeah, no, definitely the Carrera Blanco. You should. I've already on my third case of Carrera Blanco, just drinking it as a Blanco. But this is the first time I've tried experimenting with the aging staves on it, and I have to say it turned out amazing. It really did. I love this. This is fantastic. Just the creamy caramelness that comes through on it. It is like, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this, because the oiliness and stuff from the wood, the way it coats your tongue, it's like a craft caramel. But picture a craft salted caramel, right? It's like a cube of the caramel from like Kraft or Brock's. You ever had Brock's? Like old Brock's candy? Brock's used to make the best freaking candy. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. But we used to get these Brock's caramels, right? That's what it reminds me of. And they like a salted caramel. And you put it on your tongue and just let it melt. And you get this like creamy layer of caramel goodness that coats your tongue. That's what I'm getting from this. It's so good. It's very creamy. It's very creamy. You still trying to get Carrera in here, but it's through a very small company, so getting them to send us a rep to work with it. Oh, well, don't worry about it. You can we can help you with that if you need to. Lush? I wouldn't say lush. It's not lush, but it's definitely creamy. It's creamy. It's like, but there's definitely a lot of flavor there, which is good. So this is beautiful. This is like, oh my God, if you're an añejo person, this is amazing. I'm going to have to do more with the sherry. So I really like the way the sherry is representing in that. I've never done a sherry thing before, but I really like this. I like the way the Pedro Jimenez sherry. Now, you know who uses sherry is Lobo 1707, but that one wasn't good. This one is definitely one of the best añejos that I've made. It's one of the best ones I've made. I'm going to put that out there. And I've done probably about 15 or 20 different experiments so far with the aging staves. I've been playing with them for a while. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about them and stuff so much now, is because I have been playing with them. I've been experimenting. I've tried things. And so far, everything that I've produced has been pretty good. But, most of the stuff is really good. But there's some stuff that's like, okay, I messed up on it or whatever. But I learned what to do and what not to do with it. And this one turned out phenomenal. So I love the caramel note on the vanilla and caramel note. And that beautiful cinnamon cooked agave note still there in the front. It wasn't aged out at all, which is great. All right, so on to the next one. You guys have heard me rant and raving enough about the Carrera. Let's look at the other one that's done in wine. Yes, let's look at the Viva Mexico French Oak with the port. Since I'm doing all this wine experimentation stuff, I think that sounds really, really good. I noticed the 5 projects I have a gene, all seem to be pretty heavy, oaky. We'll need to let them. Yeah, no, don't try to drink them all at first. You got to let them sit a couple of weeks a few weeks in the bottle first before you start opening them up. Otherwise, it's going to be strong because it just finished. It's like, give it some time to meld and settle in before you start passing judgment on it. These have waited 4 weeks in the bottle. You guys have been waiting for me to do the reviews on them, and I did that for a reason. I wanted the flavors and stuff to marry and everything to meld and kind of settle down and become a happy family. And now that it's done that, the flavors on it are crazy. Now, this Fortaleza, I did it in May of 22. Okay, so this one has been sitting for months in the bottle, and it's now perfection. So that's what happens. I mean, when they come out of the barrel for these distilleries, they let it sit for a while before they bottle it. They let it meld and kind of settle down. So my wife's sipping some Arete Artesanal Suave Añejo. She's really starting to appreciate tequila sipping. Oh, nice. That's good. I wish mine did. Mine likes wine. And she likes 818. She likes anything with additives in it. She's an additive person. Which experiments have you messed up so I don't try? I don't remember what I did, but I've left the staves in for too long. I did things like that. So, and then we experimented with like charring the wood where we just burnt it, and pieces of the wood like fell off of this, so there's like tiny particles of wood floating around. That's my fault. It got overcharged. So don't try to char the wood yourself. That's why excuse me. That's why I settled on the number 3 toast. Because that one has worked the best. I've gotten like amazing results from the number 3 toast on both the French and the American oak. All right, so excuse me. All this rain we're having here in California, we're not used to it. It just, everything is blossoming, everything's green, and this is normally a desert. And so when that happens, pollen and stuff just goes crazy in the air. And so I'm in an allergy nightmare since I'm asthmatic, so I apologize for the little coughing, but I'm trying to get my way through this. So you already drank half that Fortaleza. It must have come out. It turned out amazing. Yeah, we're gonna dive into that one last, but yeah, that turned out amazing. 818 is being introduced to the UK. Oh, well, great. That's all the UK needs. now with the British pissed at us. All right, so or at least we pissed at Mexico, not us, because we didn't make it. All right, so this is French oak. This is aged for 4 weeks as well. Okay, so all of these were 4 weeks. I pulled them all out at the same time, so they're all 4 weeks. I just said screw it, and I just pulled them all out. So all these are years. All these are Anejos. The Fortaleza was done in 2022, so this one was actually done for, I think, 10 or 12 weeks. I think it might have been 12. I think it's 12 weeks. So I might have been wrong in the video and said 10. I think it's 12. I think it's 36 months. So this is 4 weeks. So this is 12 months with French oak that was soaked in port. So it's like doing it in a port barrel. And this is Viva Mexico Blanco. God, I swear. I know I'm going to get drunk tonight. This is... You guys are going to watch the hombre get trashed right here, live. All right, so on the nose, I'm definitely getting cooked agave notes up front. And I'm getting this beautiful cherry... Definitely a grapiness to it, a sweet grapes. Butterscotch. Slight hint of vanilla and caramel in there as well. And notes of dark chocolate. This one just smells so good. I have to...
Oh my God, man, it kind of sounds a little bit like Raysol and French oak, although I don't know about port barrels, but that sounds like some French oak goodness, man. Take a sip and tell us all about it, will you?
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make you sing. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, it is. I can tell. I can always tell. I can already tell from the French oak goodness that's coming through in it. Oh, it smells so good. It smells. This is like a party in this glass here. And look at this. Look at the color and stuff. I always do my looking at it in the glass. Let's give these the respect too. Look at the legs and tears on that. First of all, look at the viscosity. Look, it's so viscous. It's just looking beautiful. And then look at the color. It's a deep copper, bronzy color. Looks amazing. Look at that. And then cooked agave, cinnamon and baking spices up front. Definitely picking up some prune, some cherry. Even some apricot coming through on the nose. And then vanilla, butterscotch, caramel, dark chocolate. Yeah, this smells so good. All right, let's see if it tastes as good as it smells. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Holy seriously. Wow. I'm getting cooked agave up front, like cinnamon and baking spices, but then I get this just naturally creamy, oily, thick, beautiful juice running across my tongue. And I get the cooked agave, cinnamon, baking spices. Definitely a beautiful, sweet grapiness that's coming through. Apricot, definitely apricot in there. Vanilla, butterscotch. This creamy, like butterscotch disc, butterscotch beautifulness that's coming through on this. It's like actually having a butterscotch disc sitting on your tongue, melting, and just, slowly melting where all the butterscotch just is just like dripping over. That's what this is like. It's so creamy and butterscotch beautifulness that's coming through on this. Wow. Wow. My wife, I could give this to my wife and tell her, look, it doesn't have additives, but give it a try. And I think she's going to go, oh my God, that is freaking delicious. Wow. I like that. She might drink these. They're that good. It is going to be on the sweet side because it's the wood is naturally sweet, but it's beautiful. And the fact too that it's all natural, there's no additives, no syrup. It's like, why don't these guys do this in the first place? And then they won't have to worry about doing additives when they use the subpar, crappy barrels that they're using. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. And I'll tell you what I did. I used some tawny port that I bought at Trader Joe's, I think. No, I bought it at Bevmo, just a little tawny port. Put it in poured some in a baggie, drop the stave in it, French oak stave, let it soak overnight. And then I picked up a bottle of Viva Mexico Blanco, dropped it in the bottle, closed the top, and let it sit in there for 4 weeks. Then you pull the stave out, cap the top, and let it sit for 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks, right? You guys have been hounding me about when are you going to do the reviews. I think it's been 4 weeks, maybe 3. I think it's been 4. But let it sit for 4 weeks and let it marry and let everything settle down and let the beautifulness start. And you'll get this amazing añejo. One of the best añejos I ever had. All right. So the Carrera and this one are two amazing añejos. And people are probably going, well, he makes money on the Beyond Barrels. I don't make a dime on Beyond Barrel staves. Chris Harrigan owns it. It's his company. I just love what they do. And when I love something, I talk about it. I tell everybody else about it. You guys got to try it yourself, and you'll see, and you'll go. I know later you'll be looking at it, and if you try it, you'll go.
That hombre guy really knows what he's talking about.
Or maybe you'll do a deeper voice.
That hombre guy really knows what he's talking about. I don't think he's a paid pawn for Beyond Barrel Aging staves. I think he really is excited about the product after I tried it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry. That's what she said. Which one was that? Which one? Oh, this. Get her in here. She's actually with my daughter at hockey practice, so I can't. But how much difference did you get between the Fortaleza at 4 weeks of rest versus where it is now after 4 months? It's been actually almost a year that. No, actually, sorry. Yeah, it's been sitting for probably about 10 months afterwards, and it settled down a lot. When I first pulled it out, it was really strong on the oak, and so now that it had some time to settle down, a lot of the woodiness left, and it's just all these really beautiful other flavors that are in there now. So that's where it is. That one sat for a while, and it got beautiful, really beautiful over time. So I recommend if some of them, if when you first pull it out, you're going, wow, that's super oaky, put it aside and let it sit for a couple months, and then pull it out and try it here and there, and you'll see, you'll go, okay, yeah, there it is. Once it gets to the point where it's like, okay, now everything's married and everything's settled down and everything's good. I put white tape on my bottles and write the dates and what. Yeah, I write them right on the label. So, like this one says 117 French. So I write down on the label. Number 3 toast. I write on the label on the bottle what I did, so I know. I need to put a notebook together, but I pretty much have an idea what I did. What is that? I just sampled my El Tesoro at 6 weeks of aging with BB American Oak staves. Delicious. Oh, good. Yeah, now pull the stave out and let it sit. And give it, 3 weeks. Let it sit. And then try it in 3 weeks and let me know what you think. You're going to go, oh my God, it's gotten so much better. Use a label maker on your bottle. Yeah, I just write on the label. I don't need to use a label maker. Can we get I wasn't much of a wrestling fan, so I don't do Ric Flair, but I could probably do, what's his name? Randy Savage, or no, what's the guy who does the beef jerky commercials? What's his name? I'm working on a tag that will start to be included with each stave that you can. Oh, that'd be great. You can hang on your bottle. That'd be awesome. Can we get a Ric Flair? Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
I don't know. I never watched wrestling, so I don't know what Ric Flair does. So I just know he's a wrestler. All right. So this is fantastic, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. So this is a French oak stave from Beyond Barrel Aging Staves, bbaging.com. French oak, and then soaked in port. It was a tawny port that I bought at Bevmo. Soaked overnight, so just basically set for 24 hours in it, so it soaked it up into the stave, and then while it's wet, you drop it in the bottle and seal it 4 weeks. Pull it out, let it sit for 4 weeks, and then consume, and you will be very happy. Your taste buds will thank you, and your liver will hate you, but you will feel so good because this tastes so beautiful. And if you have people that are Clase Azul fans and stuff like that, that like the fake tequila, give them some of this and they'll be your best friend, I swear. Yeah, it turned out fantastic. I mean, look at the color on that. Look at that. That's like a deep copper color. And it tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. All the color on all of these are pretty good. The only one that didn't do color very well was the Pasote. Look at the color on that. That one didn't do color very well. And this is 4 weeks as well. And this was American Oak Makers 46. But look how light that is. Sorry. All this noise. All right, so let me finish this. We'll jump on to one more. That's all we're going to have time for. We're going to run out of time. So I'm going to let you guys decide which would you rather hear about, the Fortaleza French Oak Extra Añejo or the G4 Madeira French Oak Añejo. So you guys I'll let you pick which one I'm going to dive into, and then we'll hit the other ones on Friday night. We'll jump on the other ones. Because I have the experimental wood ones, and I'll pull that bottle up. That's downstairs. I'll pull that bottle up, and we'll do that one, the experimental wood, on Friday, and see what the difference is. And we'll compare that experimental wood with this one, because they're both aged at the same time. One was with experimental wood from Beyond Barrel, and this one's with the regular standard French oak. And they're both French oak, too, so with the number 3 toast. Yeah, I wish we had taste-o-vision too and smell-o-vision. You guys would be like drooling all over your computers and your phones and stuff right now. So everyone's saying G4, okay, the Madeira, G4, okay. G4, one person says Fortaleza. All right, we got GS says G4, Quicksilver says G4. All right, we'll do G4. Since the votes have G4, only one person picked Fortaleza. All right, so G4 it is. I'm going to grab a clean glass here. This one's so good. I might have to do a tequila cigar pairing video tonight with that. Let me see. All right. So this is 4 weeks in a French oak. So looking at it in the glass, look at this. Look at that. Oh, look at how that coats the glass. Look at how oily and creamy this is going to be. Not that G4 Madeira wasn't oily and creamy enough, but look at this. I mean, let me get rid of this G4 thing here. But look at how creamy that. Look at that. I mean, just it has the tears haven't really, legs and stuff haven't really broken yet. They're still just gliding down the glass. Look at that. Ugh. It hadn't broken at all. Look, there's still even more of them forming at the top of the glass. What the heck is going on here? Jiminy Christmas, you guys. And then looking at the tequila, look at that deep copper, maybe even more bronze, reddish brown color to it. Dark amber. Look at that. Looks beautiful. No wood floating around in it either. It's just like super clear still. Because it's pulling just all the oils and all the woody goodness out of it and nothing else. Look at that. All right. I don't know about you, but the hombre may be even sporting some wood himself. You know what I'm saying? Shh, I didn't just say that. All right, here you go. You're seeing the hombre buzzed a little bit. I'm sorry if there's any ladies in the audience that might be offended by what I just said. I am deeply apologetic. And please don't cancel me. Who am I kidding? I've been canceled by so many people already. I'm getting so excited I can't even talk. All right, so looking at that, look at beautiful copper. It looks beautiful. Looks amazing. If there's one Blanco you had to choose, what would it be for aging? Oh, the Lote CTB 045 Carrera. Rosie, you're a day late and $1 short, my friend. We went with the G4. You go both. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I don't. I'm a one way only. That's what she said. Okay. I resemble that remark. There you go. Okay, good. I don't think we have any sensitive people. Okay, good. I like that. I like that. I'm not canceled. I know that we have this canceling thing that goes on. All right. So, I'm almost afraid to sniff this and nose this right now because I'm afraid of what might happen with the way everything's been so far. I mean, seriously. If anybody tries these staves and comes back to me and says that they didn't like the results they got without letting it, with letting them marry and rest and stuff too, I would have to say there's something seriously wrong with them, or they like eating sand and dirt or something, because all of these so far have turned out almost to the point of perfection for me as to what I like in a good añejo. Seriously, Nuevo Uno was my favorite añejo, which the Nuevo Uno añejo deep. I have the new añejo here, which I'll do a review of. I'll get a review up on the channel. I'll try to do it this week. But it was really good. It had the really beautiful oak flavors and stuff. I think they were using new barrels for it. But this even blows that out of the water, which I was really surprised. Oh, you meant for tequila. Oh, okay. It's hombre hammered. I'm not hammered. This is not hammered. Trust me. I went to Chico State University. I know what hammered is. This is not hammered. But good Lord, I really want to get my hands on that Carrera Blanco. You make it sound. It is amazing. It is amazing. And there's a lot of people saying it now. So everyone's like, oh, the hombre. I have to do the voice here. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh, the hombre, he gets paid by Carrera. They pay him like $30 every time he says Carrera. And the Lote CTB 45, he's just, it's just water cooler talk. And he's just trying to sell people because he wants to sell it on ferment and still because he gets like $30 a bottle as a commission or something, and he just makes so much money. He like drives a Porsche or a Ferrari or Lamborghini off the money he makes selling Carrera. So I just wanted to let you know that, just so you know, he's a fake. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just a hack for the brand, and so if he's not selling it, he doesn't like it. And that's the way he is. Okay, so that's it.
Sorry, that's what people say about me all the time. The amount of money I made off of selling Carrera, people buying Carrera off of fermented still has been absolutely zero. Thank you very much. Nothing. I don't make money on this. How do I make money from you guys? I make money from you guys. Yeah, all of you guys. All of you guys that are members of the collective and watch the videos on YouTube. Google sends me a check every month. That's how I get paid. That's how I make money. I don't charge the brands. I do some consulting work for people who want to create brands. They pay me too. So that's the way it works. I just poured some of the Fortaleza project. It's definitely smoothed out. The pepper taste has a nice, strong, oaky taste to it. Oh, good. Sounds good. Sounds good, Chris. Sounds like it's doing really good. Mandy, you got to try. The Carrera is literally, if you like a Blanco and you like the taste of cooked agave, there's nothing better than the Carrera CTB 045 Blanco right now. Absolutely amazing. And we're getting the high proof in for the collective, the 54%, which is even better, even more mind-blowingly good. So, the Karen voice is killing it.
Who are you calling Karen, asshole? My name's Denise.
What color Lambo? Yeah, it's the same color as a Toyota Highlander. There you go. Same price too. It's weird. I didn't think you could buy a Lambo for the same price as a Toyota, but hey, it's a Lambo here.
Hey, hombre, it's a Lambo in disguise, baby. Yeah, you're cruising in style.
But seriously, the Carrera is really good. And the reason why I say that and I promote it is because it's very good. And when I tell people about how good it is and they try it, they don't come back to me and tell me that I'm full of shit. That's the reason. Oh, wait, I'm full of there. I forgot to do that. Sorry. They don't come back to me and tell me I'm full of, and that's what I like. I like when I refer you guys to something and have you try something that you don't come back to me and say, I disagree, you're full of. You don't do that. Instead, you go, you're right. I tried it. It is really good. And I go, well, thank you. I think it's really good too. And you're like, well, I really love it. And I go, I love it too. And I go, we have a great day. And I go, yeah, you have a day too. And I love the out of you. So there you go. You're cool, bro. No worries. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Scott. You're cool too, dude. I appreciate you. I really do. Scott's a good guy. I need that voice for work. Yeah. I drive around in my New Balance. Big pimpin' in Boston. There you go. Big pimpin'. I'm big pimpin' in a Toyota. You asked for it, you got it. That's what they said, All right, so let's get into this G4. On the nose. Oh my God. This is French oak, and I think I'm about to cry. Oh my God. Oh, seriously. Oh, jeez. Oh, the nose on this thing is so good. Oh. If you guys like the G4 Madeira by itself before, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And they always say the better Blanco makes the better Añejo, right? You want to start with a good solid Blanco. This is very good with the French oak. Oh my God.
All I can say, man, is you're making me kind of wonder what's going on there with that beautiful French oak, like my baby red Saul. What's going on? Say something.
I will. I just want to spend a little time with this. I'm sorry, you guys. Look the other way. I'm going to have a little intimate moment with this. a moment with this thing. I don't get this emotional normally with just any tequila, but oh my God. What the hell is going on with this? Holy. All right, so on the nose, I got to send some of this to Felipe and go, dude, this is your Madeira Blanco that I aged in French oak, with French oak. I know he'll probably buy a French oak barrel and try to do it himself, but you get the beautiful cooked agave notes up front, the cinnamon and baking spices. It's like it's hard to explain it. What it's like. Definitely like an apricot fruitiness that comes through, like a dried, almost dried rock stone fruit, rock fruit, stone fruit, whatever. The ones with the big pits, like peaches and but it's like an apricot. It's like a dried apricot fruit note to it, and then this beautiful, like if you've ever bought the really good vanilla extract while you've been in Mexico, like the high quality stuff, it's got that beautiful vanilla note to it. That's what I'm getting. And then a butterscotch that's like one of the richest, creamiest butterscotch notes that you've ever experienced in your life is coming through. It's so good. I love French oak. French oak is my boo. I tend to favor French oak more than American oak. I do love a good American oak aged, but French oak is typically my boo. And so, like Ray Saul, you always hear me talk about Ray Saul and do my Ray Saul voice. I love a good French oak, and this is like the epitome of what a good French oak should be like. So it's got that beautiful butterscotch, a little bit of salinity, like a saltiness in there as well. But it just smells like a little bulb of heaven. It really does. It smells like a little bulb of heaven. Let me see what's going on here. What is it? Wow, man. Does this? Yes, you still get cooked agave up on the front of it. Yeah, absolutely. There's still agave there. We lost the hombre. So yeah, definitely sensory overload on this. Have you ever smelled something where it just smelled so good you become speechless? I mean, that's what this was like. Seriously. Love it. You're the best, Marco. Thank you, Scott. Tequila porn. Yeah, it is like tequila porn. It seriously is. If somebody was to try this as a tequila aficionado, they're gonna go, wow, that is really good, a really good añejo. And that they give it to their wife, they're gonna go, I really like that, even though they may not be a tequila drinker based on what they've tried from the other distilleries and stuff. If the distilleries had this kind of quality of wood, it would be a whole new ball game for the distilleries. But they would never buy into this stuff like that because they're cheap and they just like to get whatever they can use for inexpensive. So, but you can do it yourself at home, you guys. You can make these yourself. bbaging.com. Buy the freaking staves and do it yourself. And I swear to God, you'll come back to me and go, oh my God, I've made some of the best añejos. All my friends are coming over drinking my añejos now. I have to keep them making them so I have them in inventory. Otherwise, and you'll know what it's like with this shortage. Like you can't keep your añejos in stock because all your friends and stuff will be buying them and you have to let them sit. You're like, sorry, it's going to be 6 weeks until the next batch comes out. And everybody will be screaming at you, and you're like, well, do we have to jack the price and stuff? No, I'm joking. But it'll be like, duplicating a small COVID type of thing going on. You'll create your own age spirit shortage. All your neighbors will be like, "Hey, I know you're in there. Quit hiding. Bring out the inhale you made. We're all out here with cigars waiting for you, man. We know you're in there. Turn the lights on. We saw you turn the lights off." That's what it'll be like. Seriously. What is it? Now I had to go back and try the G4 project. It's definitely better than the 4. Can't wait to see how much better it'll taste after the stave is removed. And yes, take the staves out. If you think it's too oaky, don't leave the stave in there. Take it out. Let it rest. He's having a tequila gasm. Not quite. Weed does that to you? One advantage of not using charred wood is that the char doesn't absorb a lot of those great cooked. Yes, that's true. When you char a barrel, like when they use charred barrels, the charred barrel acts as charcoal. So you're basically charcoal filtering your tequila through the first layer of inside the barrel. It duplicates charcoal filtering. So you actually lose flavor and stuff through the charcoal filtering of inside of the barrel. These are just toasted, so they're not charcoal. There's not charcoal filtering going on. All right, but let's get to the tasting portion because we're running past. I'm already 10 minutes past my 1 hour time I normally set aside for these. Yeah, that is good. Definitely getting cherry. I'm getting apricot, vanilla, caramel, and butterscotch with a nice salted butterscotch kind of taste to it, kind of a saltiness on the end of it. That is beautiful. I am going to enjoy this sucker with a cigar tonight. Oh, yeah. I love a good cigar and it'll go good with all 3 of these ones that I tasted tonight. You guys, seriously, if you haven't tried a Beyond Barrel Aging Stave, I know there's several of you guys that have got your projects going. If you think you're at a point now where the flavor's good, or it's like you think it's too oaky, pull the staves out and give it 2-3 weeks in the bottle, just to rest and meld and kind of chill out. And then the longer you go with it in the bottle, you're going to notice it changes on you and it gets better. So give it some time. I'll do the Fortaleza on Friday. So guys, tune in Friday for that. I'll do the other G4 with the experimental wood as well on Friday. Was that the only ones I did? 1, 2, 3. We did 2 of those. And then I'll even look at this one because I pulled the stave out of this one, but it's like light, but we'll see what the flavor's like on it, on the Pasote. So this one's, oh wait, we did one with Blanton's too, right? Which one was the one with the Blanton's? So this is the Maker's 46. Which one did I do with Blanton's? I did one with Blanton's. Which one was it? Hold on, where is it? I did one with Blanton's. Which one? I'm trying to remember which one I did with Blanton's. I did Viva Mexico with the port. I did the Carrera with the sherry. 2 G4s. Did I do one? Maybe I didn't do one with Blanton's. I thought I did. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. But I did 2 G4s. Both of them are French oak. I'll try to remember. I think I did one with Blanton's too, but we'll visit the ones that I didn't do today on Friday, and You'll get the tasting notes and stuff on those on Friday. But these are really good. JCS Guitar says he's impressed with the BBC. I'm impressed with them too. I've always been really impressed with them. I feel like I'm getting into tequila at just the right time. Thanks. You're welcome. Yes, you are. It's a good time right now. And even though there's shortages of añejos and extra añejos, you're not getting caught up in spending all the money because you can actually make these and stuff yourself. And yeah, sure, the brands won't be selling as much añejo and stuff if people are doing this themselves, but they'll still be selling blancos. And so I've been talking to a lot of the brands about, hey, you should watch some of these videos I'm doing this aging stuff, because just buying these staves and dropping it in is great. And some of the people that work for the brands that I know are ordering the staves just so they can play with them. So I know a couple brand owners that have ordered staves to play with them with their own blancos at home, so they don't have to drink more expensive añejo and stuff themselves. So that's kind of cool. Yes, give Mark a like. Definitely. Absolutely. Click the like button, you guys. Click the thumbs up button. Give me a like. You love really good tequila. I love really good tequila too. So we're all in the same boat here. So there you go, guys. That's the show for tonight. Live stream. Really good. They turn out great. And it's the Beyond Barrel aging staves. Otherwise, these would just be blancos. So there you go. Like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So, hey, grab some Blanco, grab a Beyond Barrel aging staves, and do your own añejos, repos, extra añejos at home. Have some fun. Create your own stuff. Experiment. This is where you get to really have some fun with tequila and try different things. And, hey, even make stuff your own. You can take Felipe. You can go look. Felipe Camarena and I collaborated on this. He gave me the Blanco and I did the rest. So you can collaborate with some of the greatest tequila producers in the world and produce something uniquely different that nobody else in the world has. How amazing is that? I'm the only one in the world that's got this bottle right here with this flavor profile. But I tell you what, after I finish the other ones on Friday, I'm going to give away some sample bottles. I'm going to give away some bottles, sets of bottles for people to try. So make sure you tune in on Friday and comment and like and stuff and subscribe to the channel. And I may pick you and send you a sample bottles of all of these ones that I've aged myself, so you too can enjoy them. And then let people know. Comment on here when I'm on here and let people know if I'm for real or not. There was one guy who, I forgot who it was, that I sent sample bottles of some of my previous aging projects. I forgot who that was. Not Ivan. Ivan got some... Arash, I think it was Arash or something like that. He got to try, and he messaged me and goes, "Oh my God, these aging aging projects are amazing." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like them. It's for real." And so I will share these. I'm about sharing and letting people try and seeing what I'm talking about. So I will pick one, maybe two, maybe even more of people to send a set of the sample bottles of my aging projects to try. Okay. So hopefully we'll see you Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the Hombre Cave. Tell your friends, bring some friends. We need to get more subscribers here to the Hombre Cave channel so we can grow this channel up and get some good conversations about tequila and agave spirits and stuff going on, as well as other things like the wine that we're making here. We're making Cabernet Sauvignons and Chardonnay, and we're talking about how the similarities between tequila and wine production is the same and stuff. Amazing. So I wish my state would allow shipping. I'd love to try your product. Oh yeah, that's I can send you samples of mine if you'd be up for trying if anybody wants to send me samples, I would be up for trying them, and I can send you samples too. I just can't ship them to you for sale. So you have to do it on the deal. You know what I'm saying? On the down low. On the lowdown, whatever. All right, guys, have a great evening. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so age some good stuff for yourself. If you have any bad blancos you don't like, drop an aging stave in it and age them so they taste better. All right, that's it for tonight. See you Friday, hopefully. Have a great week. Salud. Bye, guys. And don't forget to watch